Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Piglet here once again, and I'm Sylvester here, we're back from the Moxie Toys. Welcome back to more Let's Play of Sonic Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii/PlayStation 2. So last time we actually did finish all of the nighttime stages in Apatow, mainly the 3 acts. And today for this episode, we're about to continue on and explore the whole new world in this little planet Earth. Now we're actually going to be exploring Spagonia, which that's what Tails mentioned that we need to see Professor Pickle was actually up to. So yeah, here we go, onto Spagonia. I should want to point this out right now that the episodes we've been to in the last episode, that was actually based on Greece, and then this world right here, Spagonia, was actually based on France. So I just wanted to mention that right now. So because of this little flag representation for all that, then meaning that it actually represents of some different countries and whatnot. Alright, so we're actually going to talk to the townspeople right here, including the assistants right there. And yeah, we'll actually tell him that we need to see the laboratory. And speaking of the laboratory, there we actually see Professor Lab right over there. So, sounds pretty standard, right? Well, as soon as we can actually just hit into it first, so let's go ahead and see how this finds out. So, let's go ahead, shall we? And it seems more likely Tails is explaining that he seems to be quite furnished at first.
What? Professor Pickle's been kidnapped?
It was a little bit before the tremors hit. This old man showed up with a whole pack of robots. They carried poor Professor Pickle off, lab data and all.
It can't be.
That sure sounds like Eggman.
What a horrible thing to do! We've got to go help that professor guy out, and fast! If he got kidnapped that long ago, he's got to be real hungry by now. And if I was that hungry, I don't know how long I would last. I'd rather be dead.
I'm sure Eggman is feeding him. Even he's not that cruel.
Okay. Let's go and find the professor.
But since when Professor Pickle wasn't here, we need to find him. So basically all we need to do is just find him into his another new location, which was Missouri. So basically Missouri was based on Africa. So I should probably mention by now that the another differences between the SD version of Sonic Unleashed and the HD version is that if you're about to go into the next destination, mostly if you actually finish Apatow first and then just hit into Spagonia next, that you don't have to deal with the tornado defense stages. So at least it cuts those off. So, and also another notable difference is that we're going to be heading to Missouri right now, and it seems as everything else is all quiet around here. No, there's a level called Missouri, which was basically just a second level of the game so far, at least for the nighttime stages department. That you have to do the nighttime stage in order to get Professor Pickle in order to find him. In this version, you don't have to deal with the nighttime stage at all. So instead, if you actually get into these other menus in the Missouri map, then you can, as you can see, there's a red exclamation mark saying Mysterious Hole. So let's go ahead and check it out and investigate.
Professor Pickle! Are you alright? We got here as fast as we could. Professor?
Hello?
How dare they call this culinary concoction food? Look here, do you see this sorry excuse for a sandwich? The bread should be no less than 3/4 of an inch thick. Upon it, 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise and a pinch of black pepper. The contents, fresh cucumber, sliced thinly, if you please. Am I quite right, Tails?
I know I learned something here today.
Professor, it's good to see you haven't changed.
But tell me, what brings you here? The menu is hardly worth the trip, if you ask me.
No, Professor. We came here to rescue you.
Oh? Oh, I see. How rude of me. Right then, first things first. It's about time someone taught the chef here how to make a proper sandwich.
You can file a complaint later, Professor.
Let's get out of here before Eggman's welcoming committee shows up.
Oh, yes, quite. But let us be sure to collect the contents of that vault before departing.
Looks like Sonic just bashed the vault door, and we actually got some content here.
Ah, thank you. Those documents are our only hope for surviving this crisis. Let's go. There's no time to lose. I'm half starved after being fed nothing but those terrible sandwiches.
Want some chocolate, Professor?
My. Don't mind if I do.
I have no idea why, but for some reason, Chip always wants to let everyone else to have chocolate. I mean, really? Although it might be weird at
These
first.
documents are known as the Gaia manuscripts. They tell the legend of a disaster that befell our planet some tens of thousands of years ago.
A disaster?
Quite. And according to the Gaia manuscripts, this isn't the first time the planet has been broken apart into pieces. The cause lies at the very core of the planet. All the phenomena we've witnessed are the direct result of one creature. The hyper-energy organism spawned at the planet's core, Dark Gaia.
So how do we stop this Dark Gaia and put the world back together?
Luckily, Dark Gaia has yet to be fully reborn. We most likely have Dr. Eggman's premature wake-up call to thank for that. If we act now, we may be able to restore the planet by returning power to the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic, you must travel to each of the temples listed in the Gaia manuscripts. The planet's power will restore the Chaos Emeralds, and in turn, the Chaos Emeralds will restore the planet and help it heal naturally.
So, you remember how that Professor Pickle mentioned about the Dark Gaia himself? That we need to actually restore one of the Chaos Emeralds has been stolen since, stolen the energy since the opening cutscene to the intro. That, now we need to find the Temple of Gaia. So, first things first, we need to head off to, Missouri yet again. But this time, we're gonna be doing, the day version of it. Because that's what Professor Pickle tells us where do we go now. So, let's go ahead and explore there. So, yeah, there's not much else we can actually do in here. Besides, we actually got ambushed by, well, Dr. Eggman's robots, basically.
Get out of here! Who are you?
Fear not, my good villagers. If you all behave, I won't have to do anything nasty. All you need to do is tell me where the Temple of Gaia is.
We're not telling you anything!
Ooh, you got rock hit by that kid over there, and that's Orbot.
So, you dare to defy me, do you?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious at this point because Sonic's here.
What? Sonic!
Yo, Eggman! Thanks for that little skydiving adventure the other day.
I should have known you'd still be alive, you stubborn little hedgehog.
What are you doing out here?
I see no reason to tell you. In any case, I'm busy. Farewell!
What? Hey, wait! That's playing dirty! Come back!
Just ignore him. Is everyone here all right?
So, now, in order to actually just get into the actual, the boss of this level, because I'm not kidding, yeah, unlike the HD versions of, the Sonic Unleashed as far as the game itself, that, the Wii version / PlayStation 2 version is that, you do not able to play the Missouri daytime stages and even nighttime stages. So instead, they only have like only one level in Missouri, which is kind of unfortunate, honestly. But it is definitely the boss of this this world. So in case of you probably should know this at this point. And now we got ourselves the first continent of the tablet, planet tablet. which just basically represents the star icon from that little key. And if you talk to her in the shop, then it gives you an item, such as, like, I think it's the music actually, so yeah. Alright, so now let's head into the secret shrine. So let's see how this investigates with this, if the controller somehow just get into functioning correctly. At least if you're actually using the Wii modes along with the nunchuck, then it gets like a little pointer so that you can actually get into these menus quicker. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that, well, you know. Alright, so here you're at the Missouri's first temple, Gaia Gate. Well, technically, this was the second temple we'll be heading to. And first, we have ourselves a warping zone.
Hey, Sonic, try getting closer to that glowing spot.
Yeah, if you stand on one of those, taking a note from the Great Maze in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, if you actually stand on one of those glowing spots in the that was what it's shown, basically that it will teleport you into a different temple. Like if you actually stand onto that glowing spot, then it actually teleports us to Apato's temple. And as you can probably tell, if we actually enter one of the temples, especially the later ones, most of the time we're going to be heading to the Werehog, but we're not going to be playing as the Werehog in this boss fight because we're about to be dealing with, well, obviously you don't have to deal with the daytime stage in this world because these levels have been cut, so it's kind of unfortunate because it was pretty nice looking level on the HD version, but I just felt disappointed that I actually taken that out. But first though, we have ourselves a cutscene here.
Eggman! How'd you get here so quickly? No matter, your road ends here. Behold, my new power! Egg Beetle, go!
Alright, so here we go with the first boss in the game, which was apparently, it was called the Egg Beetle, because that's what Eggman already mentioned this. And so, yeah, so let's get started here. And this is the only boss in Missouri, and also the only level we're going to be just doing in Missouri for now. So, but again, it did cut out the actual levels themselves for nighttime stage, and including the daytime stages as well. Which is a bit of a bullshit, honestly, but anyway. So basically what you have to do is pretty simple. Basically, if you hit to his cockpit, then that's how you essentially do. Well, if you actually just have essentially could just boost at it. But thanks to this little quick step, you can actually dodge those little moving cubes, including the this little 3D section and an occasional 2D section every once in a while. So, oh yeah, this is the part you need to jump just right before you actually not to lose any of those rings. So, you can actually do like a little cool trick while just actually hitting Eggman's cockpit twice. So that one time you actually boost and hit him at once and kept on boosting and then just hit him for a second time as a double damage. So yeah, it's a pretty cool trick, especially if you want to get the S rank on this boss fight. If you do this well enough, then you can actually probably beat this over about a minute or under a minute. As you can probably tell on this little capture footage right there, which is actually pretty quick than I expected to be. So, if you defeat the boss fight, I think when you actually gonna get the S rank, which we're gonna get right now.
Same as ever, all bark and no bite.
You only get just only one medal. So, if you get a C rank though, you don't get any medals whatsoever. So, I just want to let you guys know that right now.
Ah!
Is that the Temple of Gaia?
Let's check it out.
And I used to have a good leaps of faith right there just to reach to it.
Whoa, awesome.
What is this place?
Well, it looks like we're in the Gaia Gate, or the Temple of Gaia, so yeah.
Hey, Sonic, there's something weird here, right in the middle. Hey, what's this hole?
Wait! There could be some kind of
Whoa! Hey!
Here's the pedestal where it actually has a hole in there. That could be something very important.
Huh? What's that?
Oh yeah, if you insert the chaos emerald, it actually restores itself.
Wahoo! The emeralds come back to life!
This was the Temple of Gaia. That's gotta be why Eggman was so keen on taking the place over.
Here we go again!
And we got that nice little CGI cutscene where the first continent was going to be placed. Yeah, as you guys can tell already. And then after that scene was over, that the actual in-game Earth were actually going to show off the first continents restored. So you probably expected to see that twice. Or 3 if we're about to encounter the next cutscene just about right now.
Sonic, good news! The planet! One of the broken pieces of the planet moved back into place!
All right. Nice job.
Take a look.
Sweet.
At this rate, you'll have the whole world back together in no time, Sonic.
A planet-sized jigsaw puzzle? Sounds like a great excuse to see the world.
So yeah, the ultimate goal in the, as far as while actually doing some things, that we need to actually restore every single continent before everything's in peace. So, yeah, Missouri is now done. So, yeah, because of that, we only deal with just only one boss in that world. So, I just wish they had, like, some levels included, but at least in the HD version has those. So, at least we got those out of the way. Alright, so let's return to Spagonia and check everything how Professor Pickle's been doing, and check to him, we actually restored the first continent, which was basically Missouri, but, hey.
Found you, Sonic!
Oh god, Amy.
Oh, Sonic! I've been looking for you forever!
Hey, let me go.
You're crazy if you think you can get away from Amy Rose and... Who are you? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry! I just completely mistook you for someone else. That is so strange. I could have sworn it was him. Anyway, I'm really sorry. See you later.
Well, that was weird. How come that girl didn't know you were you, Sonic? I mean, I guess you are kinda, you know, and, these guys. Oh, I mean, don't worry. Hey, you only look really scary, Sonic. Inside, you're the same as ever. I guarantee it, okay? Sonic, cheer up. Chocolate. Want some chocolate?
We'll take it as a no, so just because Sonic's a little bit depressing. Yeah, thanks to his new look. Yeah, I apologize for all that background noise, it's just my friends, as well as the actual plushies themselves, are constantly just being busy and such. So, yeah, I do apologize for that, but hopefully in the next video we won't get any so much background noises in here, so... Anyway, and it looks like we actually go ahead and talk to him and access to Pickle Lab. But before we actually go ahead and do that, we need to check in every single areas. So we don't talk to him just yet until later on for the game, so let's quickly see the main street really quickly. And it's no one there, so now we can head into Pickle Lab. And it looks like he's going to tell us what the next objective we're about to be heading to. I'm basically pretty sure that we're going to be doing those two different attributes, or in this case 2 levels. The first one, which was, I think it's Holoska, which was based on the Atlantica in this case. Or in this case, well, yeah, that's what it said. And as well as Spigonia, so... what should we do first then? I have no idea. But in fact, we'll just say this right now, we'll probably end this video right here. So next time on Let's Play Sonic Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii and PlayStation 2, is that we can either go either the Alaska first or Spigonia first. So I'll let you guys know what's gonna come up next. So yeah, see you guys next time for that. Later fellas.